Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack and Protection. Today I, Bancroft, will be joined by Fluff as we do this
Sup?
commentary. Oh, sorry.
What up? That's okay. He can't just let me say hi. Go on.
I
Continue.
was going to give you a moment for it, but
I'm
you have to let me
impatient.
finish my sentence. Alright, so today, during this tournament, I really did not know what to bring, so I said, screw it. I'm going to just rebuild Janemba Mill with some new set 10 stuff and see how it goes. And I'm playing actually against Nick, who is running a Clash Q deck with set 10 engine pretty much to it. Fluff is very familiar with this, so he's going to kind of go over the cards when they're being played. I don't 100% know what Nick's mindset was. It was a little bit too late for me to get a hold of Nick. So I figured I would ask Fluff if he could do it today.
Yeah, I know. Like, I tested with Nick a little bit before the tournament actually started. And basically, he didn't like what the Dredge Coup leader brought to it. Like, of course, blowing up the field is good in any card game. But he wanted the draw and quality control and pressure that this leader provided with the general Dredge Coup engine, if it were. So,
fun fact, when we started this duel, I kept my leader a secret from everyone just because, I didn't want people to know I was trying to bring Mill back for a day. And we sat down, got the camera set up. I pulled the leader out, and he was just like, wait, what? No, I don't want to do this anymore. But he learned quick, I will say that, to stop attacking him as a leader.
yeah.
The question is, was it good enough? So basic turn one for me was that I charged a blue-yellow card just to get it in there on the field and whatnot to continue my rest of my chains later down the road. Yes, that being said, I do play a lot of yellow-blue, a bunch of yellow cards as well. I realized actually after this duel, there was one yellow card I did not incorporate, and that was the 3-drop negate for some reason.
The Vegeta?
With the Bojack.
Oh,
it's not in this deck for some reason.
Yeah.
It would have been definitely beneficial if I had it.
Yeah, probably.
So starting out strong with my first mill against him, he had to mill 2 of his Frieza counterplays, which was nice.
Definitely helps.
And fun fact here, I just got so excited seeing that he milled those 2 cards. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to play this card now. I'm like, wait, hang on. Let's resolve this fight.
Wait, gonna finish combos? Yeah, I was really excited to see you bring Janemba Mill back. We just haven't seen anything of it since. Gosh, in our locals, it's been probably a year since anyone's really played Janemba.
Yeah, and the main idea of bringing it back was because Anniversary stuff had stuff that could go with Mill. Granted, a lot of stuff from Anniversaries actually swings more towards the crit Nimba.
Which I think you should do next.
Yeah, I probably will. I just wanted to, just for a day, bring Mill in, see if it could still hold up to these new cards. I will say, in a duel we didn't get a chance to record, I played against a black deck, which you're like, oh, it's just going to mill itself for me. I lost that duel because of the Bibbidi super combo.
Yeah. Kudos to the guy that you played in that round. But, I mean, I think that just shows how strong Bibbidi is. You should have won that match, and you just lost it.
I negated 7 attacks in that one turn. And he was able to play one more card just to bring out that card. All right, so Nick has played, real quick, get back to the duel, Bardock, which is a very hurtful thing for me because Mill does draw on the leader, it draws on your normal turn. Yep. That's about it. There's not a lot of other draw sources to it.
It's one of the big problems with blue is that they just don't draw a ton. So hand control is going to be one of the ways that, you can kind of get at Janemba, because if you can resource them out, then they basically go to playing on the bubble and just having to survive turn after turn off of the 1 or 2 draws that they get. But if you're routinely discarding, they're just going to lose it all. And this Bardock is actually a sensational unison. Like, puts in a lot of good work.
Yeah, and unfortunately, so I swung into his Bardock because at this point I don't need to swing into his leader anymore. Because I don't want him to awaken. I want to awaken first. That way I'm at 15k on the board. The problem is though I can't hurt that Bardock, and I didn't have a centipede in my hand.
Right.
So I couldn't resend the energy then be able to play my 2-drop and then go straight into starting with my 2-drop. Okay, so I guess I did evolve into it.
Yep, you went ahead and took the risk. I mean, you're not in risk of losing the match, but you didn't do anything with it, so you just kept him there.
Well, it takes one more energy.
It does take one, doesn't it? Yeah.
And yeah, it would be nice if I could have, because I would have swung into his Bardock with the 19k, and then I would have done switch over into the AOD version, swung back into Bardock again, get down to 1, and then go from there. But giving enough, he had a 1-drop card in the field that gives itself crit.
Yep.
I'm tapped on an energy, so that's nice.
And right, this is what the deck does really well. Puts a lot of small bodies on the field.
So I didn't want to take the crit, so I had to waste a super combo then. I thinking back on it, I should have just took. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. What I missed there?
I don't know. I know he made you discard with the leader effect. He made you discard with the playing multiple Vegetas back to back.
All right,
but
so I go
it
back
looked
and
like it looks like you took that crit and you shouldn't have, unless he comboed it and didn't say.
Bardock's effect removes a combo card. Forgot about that. That's what it was. Okay.
Oh yeah, that'd do it.
So.
Yeah, he's just ripping your hand left and right.
Yeah, and that's what really hurt the most. I mean, and truth be told, I probably shouldn't even attempted to combo because I want his leader to attack.
Yeah, but it keeps him from drawing, and he's just putting his resources on the field right now. Yeah. So
unfortunately, I could not charge an energy this turn, which really hurt.
Yeah.
Because the card in my hand I wanted to keep, but I was able to still go off the Janemba with 1 energy, which is nice.
So you were down to 1 energy left, or 1 card left in your hand.
Yes. I mean, between Bardock's effect, then the 2 super combos being played. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm double checking his drop to see what I had put in there. Like I said, there was 2 of the charismatic whatever villain, I think it is, and I didn't know like how many he ran, and like the chances of him having 1 in his hand.
Yeah, I know how many he ran, but I just don't know if you knew at the time.
No, I did not. So I chose to go with this one instead of AOD, mainly because it has deflect.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be counterplayed. Having AOD on the board would be a little bit better because I could have gotten the mill 3 instead. But another mill 2 is not bad though.
No, and you're trying to win by mill. Plus, every time his leader swings, he's getting a burst.
Correct.
Which is just going to help that. So, hopefully you're able to mount a little bit of a defense and resolve his unison and get rid of those super combos before they become relevant towards the combo step.
So here, swing through his unison. He didn't negate, so he took it. At the end of my turns, when this auto would go off,
so you warped 1 of the super combos, and you milled 2. So he milled another super combo and another Krillin. So his leader on the backside is now active. Yep. He is at a point where if he's got a Bardock in hand, he makes that triple attack live. So Correct. It's probably smarter for him to just rip your hand out, keep you with 0 cards in hand, poke at you with crit, or every time he adds a card to your hand, rip it out of your hand through a Ribrianne in the drop area or a Celd's Earth-Destroying Kamehameha, something.
Now, I will say, I do recall, regardless of the result of this duel was, I did not see any unisons, which really hurt.
Yeah, and that's a shame, because that unison's really good. And that unison would have probably helped you out a lot here. So he's paying 4. So he's going in for his Goku combo.
Yep. Which, with a hand destruction deck, completely, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there, shuts down a lot of Janemba Mill.
Yeah.
Because Janemba Mill, you can't play any battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or more.
Yeah.
And from that point on, every battle card in my deck is 4 or under. So if I were to play a battle card of energy cost 4 or less, I think that's how it's phrased, I have to discard 2 cards.
Yeah. And you're sitting on an empty hand at this point. So short of you having some kind of bomb that's just going to take care of that card, that actually is a card that I think gets slept on a lot. It's really awkward to get it off and get it going, but it really is a controlling factor, especially against something like Janemba, where everything is 4 or less.
Yeah. So now I'm down to full life. I'm doing what I can to protect myself. I got discard a card. Just get rid of the 3-drop. It's just getting hard at that point.
Yeah, and when we tested before, I wasn't sure what he was going with the Clash Coup leader, and it did the same thing to me. But I was playing the blue-yellow Gotenks deck against this, and that deck draws a ton, and he was able to just keep me down to having like 2 cards at all points.
Yeah. So I swung again into his Unison. There's something I like to do. Just try and get him to mill more cards.
Yep.
Keep in mind, he has 4 energy now, so do I. I have no battle cards on the field, so I think the next card being played is Reality Bender. Don't know why it's taking me so long to play it, but it is.
Well, it really comes down to like you're going to lose cards by playing it, I think, or...
Yeah, that's right. I have to play it out perfectly because I can't do anything to that Goku, and I think he had decent-sized hands, so if I were to swing at it...
He just comboed out.
I would have to combo everything. I also don't remember seeing many super combos either. I saw the one very beginning, but I don't know if I saw any more.
Yeah,
This is me just double checking the card. Also, speaking of which, it can't be removed by skills, I think.
Yeah, that card is it's a difficult body to get off the field.
Last time I came across this card was during the YouTube tournament I was part of, where I negged it with Shinron and then swung at it with my 100% Yamcha, I think it was.
Yeah. And so I think these are your discards here.
Yep.
So you're getting rid of an Agent Destruction and...
I can't remember what the other one was.
Yeah.
But regardless, it just hurt. And like I said at the very beginning of the duel, I'm missing 4 key negates, which could have came in very handy. But then again, I think this Goku stops those negates now.
Yeah. Well, you were playing a lot of negates in this build. I think you were playing something like 12 to 15.
In this build,
because you had the 4 dimension magics.
I think there's only 10.
10. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's 10. Since I do play yellow, I threw in 2 Flying Nimbus.
Flying Nimbus, yeah.
It might be 3 Lucy's Coercion, 4 Dimension Magics. But if I would remember the 3-drop Bojack, I would have definitely put it in there.
And see, that being your turn 4, you should have been able to theoretically play more than that 1 Janemba and rip the deck faster. But because of that discard effect on the Goku,
it really hurt.
He's just funneled everything that you can do. So now if you've got a card in your hand, it's gone. If you've got another card, he's going to pop it.
Yep. And he could use Bardock's ability to get rid of the 1. Do that.
Yeah, I mean, you did what you had to do there. I mean, use it before it's gone.
He swings. He chose not to do it to auto. And there's a crit.
And you just literally have nothing to defend with.
Yeah. And that's pretty much game.
Yep. He just had you completely.
There's the 4-drop Goku and Flying Nimbus.
Yep.
I'm here looking for like where my apes are right there, which would help me draw against this deck.
Yeah, that would have. This would have come in super handy.
And keep in mind, this is like the only deck I've ever put them in. And then there's my Unison. Like they're all at the bottom of my deck. Like I couldn't do anything about that.
Well, and imagine all the resources that he was making you discard too. Like if you had access to those, you might have been able to like frost one of the played cards or had more combo power. Like he was just he out-resourced completely. And we actually did a little bit of work with this deck after the tournament was over. And we basically ripped half the deck out and put about half in based on the play style that he wanted to go for. But it was still impressive at that first iteration that he had it at.
Yeah, and then we're on. Absolutely loved it. And so tomorrow we will have his profile going up. So look forward to that if you all want to see this particular build. To answer the question, can Mill come back in today's format? I think he can. The problem is that green is a lot better at doing hand control. Red's a lot good at removing things on the board when they're being played.
I think
blue now has a lot more counter capabilities.
I feel like
yellow.
I feel like Janemba has a very uphill battle in the meta because Vajex is still really relevant. You've got stuff like green, which you don't draw a lot. So if they're ripping 5 cards out of your hand on turn 2, how do you move forward from there? And if they were playing the Clash Coup leader, anytime you put a Janemba out, he could have just blown the field up. Yeah. So I mean, I think that Janemba has really good matchups. Like I think Janemba's probably really good against like a mirror blue-yellow, but probably not so good against stuff like green. Probably does well against red. Really struggles with black.
Yeah. So that covers today's video. Look forward once again to Nick's profile tomorrow. Don't forget to check out the TCG and as well. There are a couple of our buddies who started a podcast YouTube channel. Their links down below in the description. I think outside that, if there's anything you all want to see us normally take care of, let us know in the comments down below. We do have a list of things we're getting back to. I'm pretty much off vacation now, so I'm back to actually doing work. I know it's been a couple off and on days for last week. So we're going back to the normal routine. And hopefully we're going to start doing 2 videos today. One will be a DBZ trading card game because we want to keep that going as well. The other one will be some newer stuff going back to our root as a tech production. And we'll have a video going to that before we start doing that as well. So hopefully you all enjoyed that stuff coming down the road as well. Thank you once again for checking us out. And if you haven't already, hit that like, subscribe button. It's just, right below. Just knock that out for us.
Takes less than a second. Do it.
And there's a bell if you want to get notifications when we drop stuff. Which we're going back to a daily routine. And hopefully we get back to, on a timely manner. Dragon Ball Super will be at 10 o'clock every morning. But that'll be another video to talk about the future of Attack on Productions. So I'm rambling. So I'm going to let Fluff close us out now.
As always, rambles before the closure. I think that was a book, wasn't it? Rambles before the closure. Anyway, always reach cards, know your plays. Like always, Fluff out.